And I do think that, we're talking about quick, convenient foods. There is like a huge epidemic of just ultra processed foods and just like tons of artificial things in our food system um and just everything from preservatives to, like artificial ingredients that just weren't there a long time ago and also are not in the food system in many developed countries. So in the US specifically, there's like a really big problem that we're also kind of seeking to solve, which is especially with deli meats, there's so many preservatives and nitrates and um it's literally giving people cancer. Like the World Health Organization has deemed nitrates as a class 1 carcinogen. It's just like smoking cigarettes, which we also thought like 50, 60 years ago was good. So I think, with problems, you have to have solutions. And that's like the biggest thing that drove me to start the company is having a impact on the world, in all different facets of what impact can be.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, we sit there and we look back on things that we held as truths at one point, and we're like, wow, that was a really bad idea. Like doctors used to prescribe cigarettes like a million years ago. It was so crazy to me. But we've heard other like brands launch on the market, what we'll call I'm going to call them innovative meats, right? Innovative plant-based meats. And they started getting a lot of blowback because, like you said, they didn't seem to be necessarily healthier. So your product is actually fungi based. So talk a little bit about like why you decided on that as the base and then what makes the prime roots experience so different. So we're not having all those chemicals and things like that you said.
Yeah, so we're proudly fungi based, and we use what's called mycelium for those who are familiar. For those who are not, think of it like the roots of mushrooms. Mycelium is really cool if you do like a quick search on it. You'll find some of the sci-fi stuff, but in like practice, it's such a miraculous part of the fungi world. It can be used to remediate soils. For us, it's our main source of protein, and I'd liken it raw to like chicken breast, in texture, where it has that like fibrosity of meat. It's kind of white in color. It has a bit of umami taste to it, and it's all grown via fermentation. So, and a natural process in which the fungi are being fed simple sugars, and that they're growing into these long fibers, and we harvest that and we literally make meat with it. So we're putting them through a meat grinder. We're actually putting them into like the ham nettings and we're roasting it. And obviously all of this is completely plant-based, but we're using a base that is a whole food source of protein that at its in its natural format is similar to meat. So traditionally how plant-based meats are made is you take like soy or peas or wheat like gluten, and you're processing the plant protein part using like usually it's like solvents like hexane, and then you're extruding that, and it's a very I'd say it is a highly processed product, in that it's very far from the original format in the plant form. Whereas for us, we're actually using the whole food protein, with the fiber, with the protein, with the natural fats. And we're getting that texture, the taste, all the good parts of meat, without any of the baggage. And the kind of nerdy reason we use fungi is because so animals were actually descended from fungi, and so it would make sense that the fungi kingdom, it's a whole kingdom, has a lot more of the answers that we're looking for. So, natural B12 vitamins or just B vitamins are more abundant in fungi than they are in plants, especially in our products. So we're able to, have a really nutritious product, that has all of the attributes that meat eaters and non-meat eaters can get behind and enjoy.